there it is. Yo, what's up? Fears. Audience. Your host, Fears. What's up, guys? What is up? Well, I've got lots to talk about. Plenty of things to talk about. Some good, some bad, some really crazy, insane. But I'm ready to rock it. And so there it is. All right, let's open up that chat and let's start a moseying. I hope you guys enjoy the show. I've selected a couple of good topics. I've got a bunch of updates to tell you guys. And we'll get a moseying here. All right, here we are. I'm ready to rock. There we are. Switch it from top chat to live chat. Will someone please explain what top chat does? You know, live chat, I get it. I understand. I understand because, you're watching your fans and talking to your fans, and they're watching you, and then I read your guys' comments. But what the hell does top chat mean? Anyway, big shout out to the fans. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are doing great. Thank you for that like. I appreciate that. I always appreciate all the likes you guys give me. I got Z Coffee in one of my favorite mugs. All stormtroopers all the time. You know, I hadn't busted this one out in quite a while, so I thought, you know what? It's time. Now, I'm still drinking that McDonald's coffee, but this weekend I'll probably get myself a new coffee. Anyway, speaking of this weekend, lots of stuff to do this weekend. I'm going to go do something fun, like I did last week. Last week I went to the Science Center. I don't know. Maybe I'll go to the Firefighters Museum. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't really planned it out. I know for a fact I'm going to be going to get my hair cut either on Friday or Saturday, you know, because it's getting long, guys. I need to get it cut. And then I know I'm going to church on Sunday because I did not go to church last Sunday. Oh, wait. I did. The week before. I'm sorry. 2 weeks ago I went. Last week I didn't go. I'm sorry. So, yeah. So, I got to go this weekend. You know, I've been trying. That's one of my goals. Remember I told you one of my goals is to not miss church whatsoever, you know. So, yeah. Oh, I appreciate the third like. Thank you so much. Anyway, so that I know for a fact I've got planned. So, getting my hair cut, going to church, and then doing something fun, whether it's like a big Walmart haul or just going to see a movie, just something, you know, because it may be going to see a movie because I haven't seen a movie since when I went and saw the newest Indiana Jones movie. And all my friends have been telling me, Fears, that's going to be the last Indiana Jones. I'm like, it cannot be the last Indiana Jones. It's probably the last Indiana Jones movie for Harrison Ford. But will it be the last Indiana Jones movie of all time? No. There'll be more Indiana Jones adventure. Or, well, I hope. Because I love Indiana Jones. Someone will take over the character. You know, Hollywood, Fears could take over the character. Listen, I know I'm not as tall as Harrison Ford, but Fears is 40. Oh, I'm going to be 40 this October 28th. Yes, October 28th is my birthday. I could take over the role. You know, I could do that. I could definitely do that. Speaking of my birthday, that's another announcement. My birthday is October 28th. The P.O. box is going to be open on the last week of September. So, I'm going to make a video. I'll tell you guys all about it. You know, it'll be open. Because I want to open before my birthday and before Christmas. So then you guys can send, you know, what you're going to send. So I'm really excited. I really am, but I'm nervous too. All right. So before we get going here, I'm gonna tell everybody in the Discord that I'm live, and I'm gonna tell Visions. So give me 1 second here. There we are. So, anyway, I hope you guys are having a good day. It's been a good day for me. I didn't get any errands done. I'm going to try and get my errands done tomorrow. I was so tired. I was just like, I'm going to sleep. So, I literally just woke up like probably at 12, and then I accidentally fell asleep again. So that's why I'm streaming so late. So yeah. So I had 2 naps. So anyway, let's see. Streaming right now, buddy. So come and hang out when you can. Yeah, dude. All right. All right, so I wrote Visions. So Visions knows that I'm streaming. All right, let me go to the Discord. Okay, there we are. There we go. And I'll tell Triple and I'll tell Larry because usually they spread the word. So yeah. Yo, buddy, I am streaming. Come and hang out. There we are. And then let me go to Larry. Yo, buddy, I am streaming. So come and hang out. All right. So they usually spread the word in the in the Discord. Anyway, big shout out to my friend LC. Me and LC, we haven't hung out in a while, but I can't wait until we do. LC's been so busy with his family. I've been busy with work, and I've been editing photos. The last 3 or 4 days, I've been uploading so many pictures and video to my Facebook. 'Cause it's like a big core dump. I haven't uploaded anything in forever. So, anyway, let's go to Heroes and Villains Collectibles, and I'm gonna give you guys a status report of how many how many subs he's got, because Heroes and Villains and Collectibles are doing really well, and he got monetized ages ago. So Heroes and Villains Collectibles. Let's see what his sub count is up to, because he's a good friend of mine, and I'm so happy for his success. I really am. All right, he is at 17.1K. That is awesome. That is awesome. And his latest video he just uploaded 4 days ago. He went on a toy hunt to Target. So, oh yeah. So be sure to give him a like. Be sure to give him a sub. And Heroes, we're going to hang out soon. We're going to hang out soon. I'm very excited. Thank you for the 4 likes. I really appreciate that. So anyway, so let's get started, shall we? Hopefully we get some more people coming in here. Yo, Eddie, what's going on? Good to see you, my friend. Eddie says, what up, Fears Boy? What's up? Eddie, I have a question for you. I like to get to know all of my, all my followers. Eddie, and be serious, Eddie. Like, this is a serious question for you. How did you find my channel? How did you find my channel, Eddie? And how long have you been watching? I'm just curious. Did, somebody tell you, yo, Visions, what's up? How you been, buddy? How you been? Good to see you, my friend. Rocking the Star Wars mug. I haven't rocked this mug in quite a while. Well, anyway, Visions, you and Eddie, you guys didn't miss much. I was just doing the hellos and telling everybody my plans. Thank you for the 5 likes. I appreciate that. Rocking on those likes, man. Yo, Larry, what's up? So basically, I was just telling everybody, Eddie, Visions, Larry, my plans this weekend. I'm going to do something fun. Like last weekend was me at the Science Center. This weekend, I'm thinking of either going to see a movie, because I haven't seen a movie since Indiana Jones. So I haven't gotten a collector's cup in quite a while. So I'm either going to do that or go somewhere fun. Maybe another tourist attraction. I haven't decided. Definitely getting the old haircut. Yeah, because it's getting long, man. It's starting to turn into Elvis hair, Visions. Picture Fears as Elvis and you'll lose your mind for about 4 days. All that crap. I've got to look, these sideburns, they're going nuts, man. As Fears would say, the sideburns are a-flowing. I don't want the sideburns flowing. You know what I'm saying? I want them nicely trimmed. And they're itchy as hell. Especially when I'm working. I'm all like, doing one of those, So I got to get it cut. And then I got church on Sunday. So that's what I've got plans so far. so far. Eddie says, been watching for a good while. Okay, all right. But Eddie, so you've been watching for a good long while, but how did you find out about my channel? I'm just curious. Just wondering. Anyway, Visions, Eddie, Larry, how's your guys' day been? Well, Visions, I was telling everybody, the reason why I'm late, I woke up at like 12:30ish, told Visions, hey, I'm just going to eat, I'm just going to shower, and I'll probably start the stream around 2. And Visions was like, nice, Fears. And I was like, yeah, hell yeah, buddy. All of a sudden, I thought, oh, I'll watch one episode of Star Trek, and then I'll get a mosey in. Right, Visions? Well, one episode, all of a sudden, Fears went, I was halfway through it, snoozed. I wake up at like 3-something. I'm like, oh, shit. So I messaged Visions. I'm like, Visions, my bad. Classic Fears. Fell asleep. I said, just give me some time to get a quick lunch and get a shower, and then I'll start the stream. So I just pop up. I literally made myself a very quick lunch. Like, I didn't even have like a full meal, Visions. I just like poured some orange juice, drank some orange juice just to wake me up, and then I made myself a real quick salami sandwich. Down the salami sandwich, jumped in the shower, threw on the hat, threw on a shirt. You know, I don't even have pants on. I'm nude. No, I'm just joking. I'm not. I'm just playing around. I promise you I have pants. And then I just started the stream. So there it is. So yeah. Star Trek makes me El Napo every single time. See, I know you're not a fan, Visions. I know you're not a fan. But see, El Napo for Fears is very, very nice lingo, buddy. See, you're getting more like Fears, you know, as time goes by. El Napo. I need to figure out how you say sleeping or how you say nap in Spanish, because obviously it's not El Napo, you know, but I should look it up. So your equivalent to naps is Star Trek, Visions, because I know you're not you're more Star Wars fan, right, Visions? You like Star Wars more over Star Trek, but I know for a fact you're not a big Star Trek fan. Unlike Fears, my dad raised me on, yeah, buddy, some Star Trekage, some Star Warage. My dad liked both. So we would just sit there in front of the TV. My dad would be on the couch. I'd be laying on the floor playing my video games. You know, like, you know those like Game Boys? I'd be playing a Game Boy and occasionally look up and watch some Captain Kirk, right? You know? Oh, yeah. So the equivalent to El Naps is anime bullshit. Fears will literally, I will grab my phone, Visions, right over there. It's charging right now. I'll put on some anime. I'll sleep right here. I'll put my phone right here. Push play, and then it'll do all that anime garbage, and then Fears will just float off to sleep. So if I can't get to sleep, you know, whenever you need a good nap, good napo, turn on some anime. Visions does the same thing. He's like, all right, Fears, I'm going to pop in a little episode of Star Trek, you know. I think you should give it a sporting chance, though, Visions. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to tell you what to watch, but I'm telling you, though. I think you would like it. I'm just saying, you know. I'm really excited to watch the 3rd season of Star Trek Picard, because that's when all the old guys come back. Data comes back, Worf, Deanna, everybody, the Doctor, everybody comes back, you know. So yeah, yo, Big Bungus, bunging it up in the chat. What's up? Good to see you. All right, Eddie, you didn't answer my question though, buddy. So how did you find out about my channel? Also, I'm going to ask the same question. Big Bungus, how did you find out about my channel, and how long have you been watching? I'm just curious. Well, I think the better question, Eddie, is why wouldn't the stream be lit? Right? Right? There it is. Anyway, so what's everybody been doing on your day? Visions, what have you been doing on your day so far? Eddie, what have you been doing on your day? Big Bungus, how's your day been? What have you guys been up to? Like I said, 2 naps today, so I didn't really get much done. As soon as this stream is done, I'm going to keep editing. I have been uploading photos and videos on my well, not so much my Instagram, my Facebook. I've basically done like a massive like core dump, because I have not uploaded any photos of anything none of my Missouri trip, none of all the activities that me and Randall or LC have been doing, nothing. So I said, all right, this week I'm updating my Facebook. So all my friends, my family have been like, Fierce, where the hell do you find time to do all this shit? I'm like, well, this is the course of over 4 or 5 months, and I just haven't uploaded any videos or any pictures. And they're like, okay. They're like, all right. They're like, that makes sense, Fierce. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I haven't done this like in a month. I'm like, this is the course of a few months. So that's what I've been doing. That's what I've been doing. All right, let me catch up on some. But I promise this weekend I'm uploading. Sometime this week I'm uploading a video because whenever I'm not editing my photos or uploading my photos to Facebook, I've been editing 2 vlogs: the science vlog, the Science Center vlog, and the Titanic vlog. So yeah, so we're getting there. We're getting there. All right, let's see. What anime have you ever watched? Oh God, you put me on the spot, Big Bungus. I can't remember the names. Moon Sailor, the thing that Sega told me about. I checked that out one time, or I don't know what it is. I don't. I know Sega loves it, so I don't want to upset him. Because one time he went nuts on me for getting it wrong. Sailor Moon, the moon of Sailor, something. I don't know what it is. That, when I was a kid, I checked out Pokemon, Dragon Ball, whatever the hell that garbage is. What the fuck is it? Dragon Ball, whatever that is. So I've checked out a little bit. Not much, trust me. What's up, Yakvo? Let's see. Eddie says, I searched for it and been watching for a long time. Oh, okay, cool. Cool, run on. Well, I thought the reason why I asked Eddie, I like to get to know my fans, so I thought maybe somebody told you about my channel, and then you're like, oh, hey, what's this? Big Bungus says, I don't know, Fears, I haven't watched you in like 2 years. Well, I was just curious, Big Bungus, you know? Yeah, why haven't you been watching me for 2 years? What the fuck, man? No, I'm just joking. You told me why. You said you've been working a lot or something. I was just curious. I didn't know when you started watching the old Fears Man, Bungus, but right on. All right, Vision said, I cut some details. I'm sorry, not details. Cut some decals. God, I can't even read. Hilarious. Cut some decals. Worked on some client artwork. Oh, nice. Very cool. Watched the market all day. Now I'm cleaning screens and watching your ass. Yeah, buddy. Well, why wouldn't you be? Right? No, I'm just joking. Well, that sounds like a very productive day, Visions. A lot more productive than I've been doing. Guess what Fears has been doing? That's what I've been doing. I've been napping. Definitely been napping. So shame on you, Fears. Normally I'm up, I'm doing something. Before I went to bed and before I went to work, I did this last night. I put up some more Halloween decorations. So I decorated my table. So I got that light thing, Visions, that when you push it, it illuminates the walls and goes around in a circle. And that's the Friday the 13th. And I put some pumpkins. And then I put all the placemats. Before I end the stream, I'll take the computer over here and I'll show you. I put up that. I put some more stuff on this side. Vision said that he loved my hockey mask light, which I'll show you guys. And then I put some more stuff in the kitchen. So we're getting there. It's almost. Oh, and then I put him over here. So I moved him from over there to here. So we're getting there. Slowly but surely, the Halloween decorations are going up. I'm not done yet. Hopefully by this weekend, hopefully the Halloween tree will be up. So that's another thing I'm going to try to achieve this weekend. So yeah. Eddie says, what up, Yakvo? Better be good in here. What is your obsession with people being like good little boys and girls in my stream? I don't know, Eddie. It's a little weird. But I mean, that's Eddie. You're fucking hilarious. Right on. Let's see. Oh, that's hilarious, Visions. New shirt. Crappin', nappin', and fappin'. Yeah, dude. Hell yeah. That's great, actually. You know, you should just shorten it, Visions, to crappin' and nappin'. Crappin' and nappin'. That would be fantastic. Oh, my Lord. Listen, these new shirt ideas are fantastic. MILF, Man I Love Fears, I would wear that. And I definitely crap and I definitely nap. You know, so crapping and napping, I would totally wear. I wouldn't wear it if it said fapping on it because, you know, I couldn't wear that out in public, you know. But crapping and napping, I definitely would wear that out. Oh, yeah. That would be hilarious. Good idea, Visions. I love it. I love it. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You still work the graveyard shift? I thought you said the job had better hours. No. I said the job had better pay. Big bungus. I still do the graveyard shift. Normally my shifts are anywhere between, depends on how much. Like, if we have a slow night, like where I'll text my boss and be like, hey, how much we got tonight? Oh, we only got like 25,000 fears. I'm like, oh, okay, right on. So he'll be like, yeah, just come in like at 4. So I'll work from like 4 to like 10 in the morning or 4 to 9 or whatever. If we have a lot, the more we have, the more earlier I go in. He'll text me, or sometimes he texts me, or sometimes he'll just be like, yo, you got to come in early. So it depends. So, like, I know a few weeks ago we had like 60,000. So he's like, oh, yeah, Piers, be here like at 2 o'clock or 1:30 in the morning, you know, somewhere around there. I don't remember exactly what he said. So it depends on how much we have. So tonight, so far he hasn't texted me, so I'm thinking it's going to be like a normal, you know, a normal night is anywhere from 35,000 to 40. That's a medium night. Anything higher than 45, I know it's going to be a long night. So he hasn't texted me, so I'm thinking, okay, well, he hasn't texted me. So normally I come in at around 3 or 3:30, normally, if that's a medium night. So I haven't heard from him yet, so most likely I'm going to go in tonight at 3:30. But sometimes he'll text me like, hey, Piers, come an extra hour early or a half an hour. Like, right, you got it, sir. I'll be there, you know. So, yeah, so the pay is better, but the hours are, you know, still the graveyard shift. All right, today's topics. I hope everyone did their homework. Visions, did you do your homework? Did we all watch Halloween Ends? Because that's the first topic. Halloween Ends review. Oh, I've got a lot to say about it. Some good, some great, some hilarious. So yeah. Did we all do our homework and watch this so you guys can chime in on the review? I hope so. So that's topic number 1. Topic number 2. Fears definitely worked a haunted house, and I wanted to tell you guys about my experience working at a haunted house. I did it twice. And then 3, topic 3, classic ghost stories. And I can only think of 2 like American classic ghost stories. And I'm going to tell you guys them. And we've all heard a variation of these 2 ghost stories. Ichabod Crane and Sleepy Hollow, and always the guy, you know, the killer with the hook, killing the teenage kids as they're making out in the car. There's always a variation of that fucking ghost story. I don't know how it started, but I heard both of those growing up as a kid. Whenever I was like at Boy Scout camp, my Boy Scout leader would be like, have you ever heard of the ghost story of the killer highwayman killing people with a hook? And I was like, no, I've never heard that until now. Oh, well, you're in for a treat, Fears. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, go ahead, tell me the story. They're like, oh yeah, man, these two chicks were making out with this guy, and like a hook comes in, you know, and breaks the fucking window, slashes the guy's throat. And I'm like, oh, this is getting interesting. Right on. So we're gonna do that. But all right, Visions, did you watch? In all of its glory? In all of its glory. Well, before we do that, I got some updates. That's right. Listen, I love Jeff, but this is getting old saying these, but he is my friend, so I'm gonna keep going. All right. Here's the schedule so far. Every time I go to a convention, which is good, he always updates it. Like 4 shows will go by, and then he'll be like, "Hey, Fierce, this is the old one. over there on the table, grab yourself a new one. I'm like, oh, sweet. So far, 4 shows in October. October 1st, Gatorsville Collector's Fest. I never went to that one. Jeff texted me and said, Fierce, you'll love that one. That one's huge. And I went, all right, well, I'll go to that one. So I'm definitely going to that one. October 7th, Kissimmee Collectors Toy Fest. It's in Kissimmee, obviously. That's October 7th. October 21st, South Florida Collectors Toy Fest. I've never been to that one. I've been to the Kissimmee Collectors Fest, so I'm definitely going to go to that one. But the only one I probably won't go to is the 4th one. The Funko Pop Orlando Toy Fest. Funko Pops. So there it is. If you want to go to any of these and hang out with Fears, just go to this Facebook. Go to this Facebook. Florida Toy Shows and Expos. When you go, you can buy tickets there, or you can go to the website, because the website is up and running now. That's right. Time for another Can Crush. There it is. All right. Exhumed Vision says, we just saw it in the theater recently, so we didn't want to watch it again. All right, but at least you can chime in, Visions. At least you can chime in, because you and your girlfriend have already seen it, so you technically did the homework. So there it is. Let's see. Where are you, Rebecca Robertson? Visions and Fears are looking for you, girl. I don't know what you're on about. Visions wouldn't be looking for her because he's already got a lady. I don't even know who the fuck she is. She was here for like, what, a month, and then she just vanished. I don't know. I think Visions blocked her, so I'm definitely not looking for her, you know? And I understand why Visions blocked her, because she was macking on Visions, like hardcore, man. Hardcore. So, Visions, I've got another update. You know that guy, so there's this crazy, I presume it's a guy, or maybe it's a kid. The way this guy talks, it sounds like a middle school or a high school kid. Someone is trolling the fuck out of me on TikTok, right, Visions? So, I was like, I'm going to wait until this guy messages me again and finally just tell him to shut the hell up. See what he does. He got even more pissed. I'll fucking sue you, Fears. Like, I'll find your IP address. Like, you motherfucker. And I'm like, this fucking idiot teenage kid or whoever the fuck he is. I'm like, I'll destroy him in one punch if he ever gets near me. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I'm not gonna hit a kid, but if he's 18, I'm gonna knock his ass out. You know, if he's 18, I'll knock his ass out because he's always like in your face. I don't know what the hell I did to this guy, but he's like, I'm not afraid of you, Fears. You know, you've started a fucking war, man. I'm like, so I wrote him back. I'm like, how have I started a war? I'm like, if you don't like me, great. You don't have to watch my videos. And he's like, oh no, you motherfucker, you started it. And I'm like, how did I start it? I didn't start it, by the way. I definitely did not start it. And then he's like, I'll cut your penis off. I swear, this is what he says. Visions has seen him because Visions follows me on TikTok. I'll sell your penis on fucking eBay, you motherfucker. Like, he's going ballistic, right? Don't know what his fucking issue is. Apparently, he doesn't like me being on TikTok, me being on YouTube. He goes, I'll troll you so bad that I'll make you quit YouTube and TikTok. You son of a bitch. And I said, you'll never get me to quit TikTok or YouTube. And then he's like, oh yeah, well why did you quit Vine videos? I said, well, because Vine went out of business and they made TikTok. But I said, if Vine was still up, I would still do Vine and TikTok and YouTube. So I said, you're never going to get me to quit. Ever. So I said, you're wasting your time. So I said that to him, Visions. And he's like, Fears, no matter what it takes, I will troll you until the end of time. I'm like, then you're a very sad individual. I said, troll me to the end of time. I said, do you know how long Quentin has been, trolling me? I didn't say that to him, but I'm saying it to you guys. Do you know how long that fucking idiot's been trolling me? Carl the Fan. I don't let him bother me anymore. If I see him, I'm like, yeah, you're a fucking idiot. Bye. Hey, Quentin, I'm blocking your 200th, channel. I'm like, you're not going to get me to quit. But this guy was so gung-ho. And apparently he watches my channel because he's like, I heard what you said on my YouTube. Right. I'm not afraid of you, fuck nut. I'm not afraid of you. Zero am I afraid of this fucking guy. You know where I live. Come on down to Florida. Let's settle it like men. But you're a candy-ass motherfucker, so you'll never show up, so fuck you. So yeah, there it is. This guy is going nuts, Visions. I kid you not. He just writes these long, in-depth messages, and he's always asphyxiated with my penis for some reason. Then he's like, I'll twist your penis. I'll twist it so hard I'll rip it off. I'll put it in my mouth, and then I'll, throw it up, and then I'll put it on eBay. I kid you not. You guys think I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. These are real messages. I can't make this shit up. I'm dead fucking serious. So there's that. So last night he was like, I'm not afraid of you. He goes, I'll even show you my YouTube channel. So I went to his YouTube channel last night. I instantly blocked him. And I saw that he stole some of my videos. So I'm going to try to get some of those videos taken down. So hopefully he'll be gone within this weekend. Because he hasn't seen the wrath of John Fears taking videos down, because I've took down a lot of idiot trolls. I've took down a lot of videos. So let's hope he learns his lesson. Because I'm like, you're fucking with the wrong guy, man. Anyway. So there's an update with that. Let's see. Vision said I had to block her because she molested me. Oh, wow. Well, that's not good. That's not good at all. All right. So there it is. So hopefully I can take this guy down. We'll see. We'll see. Because he stole about 3 or 4 of my videos. So part of the night is going to be me flagging those videos. Because I'm like, oh, well, he's not going to get away with that. So we'll see. But it's just annoying. And I find it funny. I'm like, really? I'm like, are we in 5th grade? Or are we adults? And he just talks the most craziest shit. You know what I'm saying? Who in their right mind's like, oh, yeah, I'll twist off your penis and sell it on eBay. Great. Like, you think that hurts my feelings? No. I find it fucking hilarious, you know what I'm saying? It's just very weird shit that he's saying. Anyway, so there's that update. The second update, my mom's doing well. I called her the other day. She's doing good. She's actually spending a week with my grandma. So I was like, that'll be fun, hanging out with Grandma Fears. And then I was like, hey, Mom, I'm like, how Grandma, if you guys, I'm sure you guys all know, but in case you don't know, because not everybody watches my streams every day, my grandma recently fell on her face by accident. She was eating lunch, and she asked. My grandma's almost 98. I'm sorry, not 98. She's almost 90. Sorry, she's 89 right now, so she's almost 90, and her birthday's coming up in a couple of months. So happy birthday, Grandma Fears! Yeah, I didn't mean to say 98. My bad. So she just finished lunch, and she has to walk with a walker, and I guess the carpet was slippery. She accidentally slipped. Her walker fell out of her hands, and she fell on her face. And she had this big mark, like a big purple mark from here to here, which I told my mom I thought you would think carpet would be a little bit more softer, but apparently not. And my mom's like, well, Grandma, she's getting older. And I said, yeah, I know. So my grandma said, well, normally my aunt takes care of my grandma, because she's getting up there. I mean, my grandma's still independent on some things, but sometimes she needs help. Well, my mom has to stay with her for a week this week because my aunt and my uncle are going on vacation. So they asked my mom, hey, do you mind just taking care of Grandma? And my mom was like, oh, yeah, no worries, because my mom's retired now. So my mom was like, yeah, of course. She goes, I'll spend some time with Grandma Fears. So I called Grandma, and my mom, everyone seems to be doing good. So I said, Grandma, how you feeling? She's like, oh, I'm in good spirits. I went, good. I said, how's your face doing? She goes, it's almost back to normal. So it's almost 100% like flesh tone. So, but keep those prayers a rocking for Grandma Fears. I really appreciate that. I appreciate that, you guys. Thank you so much. So yeah. So there's that. And then let's see what else. What else has been going on? I'm definitely getting the car washed this weekend. Getting my hair cut. Doing something fun. Like I said, I don't know what, but something fun. Maybe I'll go see a movie. I don't even know what movies are out. So, yeah. All right. So, let's start with some classic ghost stories. Everybody, at one point or another, has heard the ghost story of Ichabod Crane and, Sleepy Hollow and the Headless Horseman. It's quite a classic Halloween story and ghost story. And like I said, everyone's heard about the killer with the hook killing people. So I'm going to tell you guys my version that I heard as a kid. So I'll start with the hook. So I was at Boy Scout camp, and again, I don't know how this story started, you know. And let me ask you guys: do you guys know the story of what I'm talking about? Have you guys Visions? Have you heard the hook story? I'm just curious because maybe not everyone's heard it, but I looked it up on the internet. It's supposed to be a legendary story. I don't know how it started, but Visions, Big Bungus, Eddie, Larry, has everybody heard a variation of the hook story? I would think, because it's such a classic, story. But again, not everyone's heard it. But I'll tell you the version that I heard as a kid. So I was at Boy Scout camp, and we were roasting marshmallows. My scout leader came out and was like, "All right, time for a ghost story." Yes, he actually made that voice, and I was like, this guy's fucking hilarious. Anyway, we sat around the campfire, and again, this is the version that I heard. Vision said, "Sure, I have a bunch of times. We've heard it in scary stories to tell in the dark." All right, I'm glad that you've heard it, Visions, and everybody else. I was like, that's what I thought. I was like, well, it's such a classic story, and there's variations of it. I've heard it where the couple was driving down the road and they stopped for gas, and then the killer with the hook gets into the car and they don't know it, and then they're like halfway down the highway, and then he like slashes their throats with the massive hook. I've heard they stop and they're camping, But this is the story that I heard. I heard since we were camping, that's the way my scout leader told me. He said, it happened a long, 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 long time ago. He goes, in a town just like this, maybe at a campsite just like this. A couple was camping, the husband was roasting marshmallows, roasting, weenies and hot dogs on the grill, the wife was getting everybody ready for bed, da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, okay, here we go. Just when all of a sudden, they heard a scream. What? What was that? And then the way he said it is, the husband said, what was that noise? I'm going to go check it out. You never go check it out in a horror movie or in a horror story. But of course, the idiot in the story goes, checks it out, and he never comes back. He goes to check it out. He walks down by the lake, and then this is the way I heard it. The hook killer jumps out of the lake, attacks the guy, slashes his throat. An hour or two goes by. She's like, well, where is it? Where is my husband? Where is he? He's been gone a long time. So she goes off to look for him. She ends up getting sliced and diced. So that's the version that I heard, Visions, and everybody else. Visions, what was your variation? What was the way you heard it? Again, I don't know how this hook story started, but it's a classic ghost story. Even though it's not even a ghost. It's a crazed psycho killer with a hook, Yeah, man, I'm going to slash your throat with a fucking hook. Yeah? Just like that? Right on. So there it is. So that's the way I heard it growing up. At least at Boy Scout camp. Like one time my dad told me the same story. And Visions, he told me the story about them getting gas. And they stop at the gas station and the killer comes out from behind the gas station and he gets into the car in the back seat, and they don't know it because they're sitting in the front seat. And then about halfway down the road, he slices and dices them. So I've heard it different ways, but I want to hear the way that you guys have heard it. So put it in the chat. So yeah. Anyway, I just thought that would be cool to tell you guys about that because I've heard that story ever since I was a kid, man. You know what I'm saying? And a couple of years will go by, and then you don't hear it, and then all of a sudden, hey, I heard this story. Then someone will puke it out and retell it again. And I'm like, yeah, classic fucking guy with the hook. Yeah, he kills some people and then he gets away with it scot-free. Yep, I've heard it. So yeah, so there's that one. And then there's the old Ichabod Crane and Sleepy Hollow. It's one of the most iconic American ghost stories of pretty much all time. I mean, we don't have many ghost stories, but that's one of them. And they made a cartoon. They made a Disney cartoon about it, which I've seen. The Disney cartoon, it's kind of boring. I like the one I like best is the Sleepy Hollow one with Johnny Depp. That one's great. I've even watched the old one where Jeff Goldblum played Ichabod Crane. That one's fucking old as hell. They made that one like probably the 80s, maybe the 70s. I even have the VHS tape. It's either up there or it's up there. I forgot where I put it, but I found it at a convention, Visions, and I was like, oh shit, the Jeff Goldblum cassette tape. It's so old, I can't find it on DVD. So that version is super old. Vision said, the one I heard is about an old smelly pirate that's sailing around and trying to kill kids. I've never heard that one. That one just sounds gross. That one just sounds nuts. But Visions, what was the version of the Hook Killer? Because you said you've heard that one. What was the version that you heard growing up as a kid? Because when I was a kid, I heard those two. Where he slices people, he gets in the car at the gas station and shit. And then the other one where he, like, kills some people at a campground. And I'm like, oh, right on, So this is the variation that I heard of Sleepy Hollow. I heard this one twice growing up. I heard it once in school, and then, did I hear it camping? I think I heard this one camping, too. But the first time I heard it, I heard it in school, and we just read it out of a book, and I did a book report on it. It was pretty. I mean, the Ichabod Crane one. It's a great story, but it was pretty, standard. You can't really make that one up, or you can't really add shit to it because it's always the same. Like, he's a school teacher. He comes to Sleepy Hollow because they need a school teacher. A lot of weird things happen. He starts seeing some lady, and the lady, like, dumps her boyfriend, and he doesn't like that Ichabod is, like, seeing his new chick. So he dresses up as the ghost guy, or what the Headless Horseman. I couldn't remember his name for a second. And they scare Ichabod almost to death. So he thinks it's a big joke. He's like, oh yeah, whatever, haha, you guys are idiots. And then on Halloween night, he walks his girlfriend home, and on the way as he's walking home, he has to cross a bridge, and he forgot which way the bridge was. Either goes to the left or goes to the right, and he should have went right, but he went left, so he totally missed the bridge because the Headless Horseman, he can't pass over the bridge for some reason. I forgot why, but as long as he doesn't cross that bridge, he's fine. So he takes left and he walks down the road and says, this ain't the way home. And in my mind, I'm like, you would think he would know the way home. He's done it, half a dozen times, apparently, but apparently he doesn't know which way. That's the only part of the story which I find hilarious. I'm like, dude, you've walked home, you're the school teacher half a dozen times, you can't remember how the fuck you get home? So he takes left instead of taking right, and he ends up getting killed by the Headless Horseman. That's the variation I heard, which is pretty much almost the same version as all you guys have heard. So yeah. So I thought that would be a good topic. Tell those classic ghost stories. Vision said these kids learn to fly after being visited in their sleep. They fly off to a distant land, and it's haunted by the hook guy. Oh, that's Peter Pan. That's Peter Pan, Visions. I meant like the hook killer. But yeah, if you've heard that one, I also have heard that one. I've heard that one. Yeah, that was funny, Visions. That was funny. Because at first I didn't know what you were on about, and then all of a sudden I started to piece the pieces together. I'm like, oh, he's talking about Captain Hook. I'm talking about the serial killer, with the hook, because that's a classic ghost story. I don't even know how it started, but everyone's heard about the hook killer. But that was funny, Visions. I like that. So there it is. All right. Let's move on. Let's move on, shall we? All right, let me tell you my experience working in a haunted house. I've worked two. The first one was, oh man, this is going back a few years. Let's see, which one do I want to say? So I worked a little one when I was in film school. I just to get some extra money. So there was two haunted houses. My school put on like a real tiny haunted house, and I worked that one because I was on student council. So that one really wasn't that impressive because we built it in a few classrooms at school, and that was all right. And but there was another one where I worked in downtown Phoenix. That one was impressive. And that was the one that I was telling you guys where it was like the murder mystery one. I was so impressed with that when I got out. Right, Visions? I was like, hey, are you guys hiring for like next year? And they're like, oh yeah. They're like, we always need people. And they're like, did you enjoy it? I said, oh yeah. I said, the murder mystery with the fucking hilarious butler guy. And I said, oh yeah. And they said, we know the outside. Because the outside was just some random, like, broken down, like, abandoned building. But the inside, they made it look like a fucking mansion. You know what I'm saying? Like, kind of like, if you guys have ever seen that movie Clue or played the board game Clue, it kind of looked like that inside. And I said, I would love to work this, like, next year. And they said, oh, yeah. So I worked it on either my senior year of college or my junior. I honestly can't remember. It was one of those years. And they said, oh, yeah. They said, whenever it comes back up around Halloween time, just apply. And so I remember the guy said, here's the website. Here's the number. I don't even know if it exists anymore because I did it so long ago. So I remember we always got 2 breaks, and I worked it always on the weekends. I said, well, this is the only time I can do it because I worked 2 jobs and I went to school. So I remember it was like close to graduation. So I got rid of one of my jobs. I quit the Walmart job and I worked at a movie theater. So my normal 2 jobs were Walmart and I worked at a movie theater during film school. That's how I made money. And then I would, do all my studies and stuff and all that noise. So I was like, well, I said I probably should get rid of it. And my mom and dad were like, well, what are you going to do? I said, I may stay in Arizona for another year, which I did. And then I couldn't find a film job, and I was like, all right, it's time to come home. So I got rid of the Walmart job, and I kept the movie theater job for another year while I was looking. And while I was looking, I thought, all right, well, to make some extra money, I'll do that haunted house thing. So I do the haunted house, and I did it for just 1 year. And it was really fun. And so I remember I applied, and they said, oh, yeah. They said, just show up. And I said, well, what character? And they said, you can either make up a character of your own. They said, or we can supply a costume. And I was like, you know what? I'm like, I don't care. Just tell me whatever. So they said, do you want to play one of the butlers? And I said, yeah. I said, I would absolutely. So I combed my hair back, and I was like, good evening. Welcome, welcome to the manor, And so I was kind of like the front door guy. So I was kind of like the creepy host / because I was like, go into the dining room, and the butler will await you. So I was kind of the host / butler. I opened the door, so I worked the front door. So I got to see everybody when they came in. It was very fun. We got 2 breaks, and they had a nice craft table, with tons of food. So I didn't have to bring my lunch or my dinner. They said, we'll always supply it. And I was like, nice. Right on. So I can't even remember how much I made. I think I made like, I don't know, maybe $12 an hour. Maybe, if that. I honestly can't remember how much I made at the haunted house. It was just the experience of it. I was like, man, now I can say that I worked at a haunted house, Because I love haunted houses around Halloween time. And it's going to suck because my buddy Eric texted me, Visions, a few days ago and said, hey, Fears, they've already started working on the fucking darkness, in downtown St. Louis. And I was like, oh, I said, does it look great? And he goes, oh, Fears. He goes, they're going fucking nuts. I said, yeah, but Eric, I said they always go fucking nuts on the darkness. He goes, oh, they're going even more nuts, Fears. And I was like, damn it. I'm going to miss it, buddy, because I'm going to be here. And he was like, I know, man. He's like, you should, like, fly home for a weekend. I was like, I could, if I wanted to. But I said, I'm not going to, because I don't want to spend that money on a ticket just for a weekend, Anyway. So I do the creepy manor murder mystery. And it was not like your typical haunted house where you walk through it. It was like Visions, the best way to explain it, and everybody else, it was kind of like a murder mystery / escape room / haunted house. And it was like a fancy one, like people paid, and it was like parties of people, like a party of 10, a party of 5, and we served them dinner, and then someone would get killed at dinner, and they'd be like, oh my gosh, Lord such and such has passed away. And like the lights would like crash and a crash of lightning and shit. And they'd be like, who out of you murdered our host? Dun dun dun. So then like the fake cops would show up and be like, well, no one's leaving this house until we find out who killed Lord Percival, or whatever the fuck his name was. And then they would point at me and say, lock the door. Don't let anyone come in. I'd be like, yes, sir. And so I would lock the door and shit. And then so the adventure would begin. But I only got to see it from, like, the front door, Like, once they left the dining room, then another party about an hour would come in. And it would start again. So I didn't really get to see the entire haunted house. Until the very last night, a guy working there was like, hey, Fears, you want to, like, walk through it and we'll show you the rest of it, because I never got to see the rest of it until the very end, Vision, because I always worked the front door. I said I actually would. I said I've only seen the hallway, the front door, and the dining room. I said I want to see. He goes, oh man, the rest of it's great, Fears. He goes, you should just walk through it and do it yourself. So I actually got to see the rest of it. Like the second to the last night, they said, Fears, they said, work a little bit and then towards the end of your shift, we'll let you go through it as a guest for free. And I was like, oh, sweet. So I actually got to do it. Wasn't the best haunted house because it was like a murder mystery, but it was still fun. It was a murder mystery escape room. They had to solve puzzles and stuff to get to the next room. And then they had a few jump scares and the whole 9 yards, but it was fun. So that was the first time I worked a haunted house. The second time I worked a haunted house was... Oh, this is going back a few years. Where was it? Was I still in film school? Classic Fears memory. I have to remember this. You know what? I honestly can't remember what the second one was. Because I remember going to the darkness with my buddy Eric a lot, and we went to Creepy World a lot in downtown St. Louis, but I never worked those haunted houses. We would just go. I think it was just that one time. Because I remember it fully, because I did it in Arizona. So that one I know for sure I worked. I think that was the only one. If I remember the second one, I'll let you guys know, but I'm pretty damn sure it was just that one. But it was a good time. Let me tell you that much. It was so much fun. Anyway, all right. To end the stream, dun dun dun. Let me know, everybody in the chat, if you guys have seen this. All right, Visions, get ready to tell me your 2 cents, and everybody else. Everybody else can add in their 2 cents if they want. I'm going to rate this a 7 out of 10. And there's a reason for it, Visions. Like I said, I have a lot to say. Michael is hardly in the fucking film. It's all about this fucking Corey guy that, like, he's blamed for a murder that he didn't do, and then it just fucks his mind up. And then it fucks his mind up so much that he wants to be like a Michael Myers wannabe. And I'm like, we don't want a Michael Myers wannabe. We want Michael Myers. Why? Hence, it's Halloween, so we want Michael Myers, like, killing the shit out of people. I could care less about Corey. You know what I'm saying? There was too much Corey in it. You know what I'm saying, Visions, and everybody else? Too much Corey. That's why it gets a 7 out of 10. A 7 out of 10. So, but whenever Michael does enter, the kills are a rockin'. The kills are a rockin'. My favorite scene is probably the last confrontation between Laurie and Michael. They fight. They have this big epic battle. They fight in the kitchen. Michael's punching Laurie, throwing her up against the fridge. She takes a knife and stabs it into his hand, slashes his throat. Michael's like, yeah, fuck you, Laurie. Gets up off the kitchen table. I mean, they're going nuts. Finally, Laurie takes Michael down. Then she ties him to the hood of her soccer mom van, and they end up disposing of the body at a junkyard in one of those crushers, that crushes things up. So yeah. So Michael actually is killed on camera, finally, at least in this series. Because in this new series that's directed by, his name is Adam. It's so hard to read this shit, Adam. I don't recall his last name because it's so hard to read it. But anyway, the director's name is Adam something. He said, in my variation, there's going to be 3 movies. You create the monster, or you bring the monster back, because the first one in 2018, you know what I'm saying, Visions? That's a direct sequel to the Halloween 1978. And then Halloween Kills has a bunch of flashbacks of 1978 Halloween, and they make the iconic Michael Myers mask where it's like fresh, no cracks in it, And then they said, then we're going to kill him off in Halloween Ends. So I'm like, all right, there you go. So, and Randall was like fierce, they finally killed him. I was like, Randall, they killed him in this series, but they will never kill off Pennywise, Chucky, Michael, Jason. When I am 98, they will still be making horror films. Like Michael 19, he's back, motherfucker. Like they'll keep milking that shit until I die. Way after I die, you know what I'm saying? They'll just keep it up, you know what I'm saying? So there could have been more. That's my 2 cents on it, Visions. What's your 2 cents on it? Let me know. So, less Corey in the film, more Mikey, more Michael, Michael Myers, me likey. Corey, I could care less about Corey, I love Michael Myers. I want to see some classic Michael Myers in a classic Halloween film. Who gives a shit about Corey? Nothing against Corey, just, it is called Halloween, That's all I'm saying. There should have been more Michael. Because there's plenty of Michael in Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills. There's plenty of Michael Myers in those two. He barely makes an appearance. He makes a couple appearances like in the middle and makes a massive appearance at the end. That's it. For the first half, it's talking about Laurie. She's like, well, I'm not going to let Michael scare me anymore. And she's created a new life and she's writing a book. And then her granddaughter is dating that Corey guy. And then the Corey guy, freaks out and wants to become a Michael wannabe and all that, I don't know. There should have been more. That's all I'm going to say. Let's see. Vision says, I think it has to be really tough to redo the same storyline a dozen times and keep it fresh. But I thought the story was actually interesting with him training the new killer in a way. I get it. I understand what you're saying. In a way, it is. But in another way, I'm like, I love just classic Michael. Like, who cares about Corey? But I get what you're saying. It must be tough. Because they have to rehash Michael. And we all know his backstory. And then to add new levels. Because there's not much to Michael. Blue mechanic suit. White shirt. White mask. Black. He always wears a black shirt under the blue mechanic suit, and then either black shoes or brown shoes, depending on which mechanic he kills, depending on where he finds his costume. And then he always just has the white fucking mask on. There's not much to him. And he never talks. And you can't kill the motherfucker. People have stabbed him, choked him, shot him, ran him off the road into a fucking river, hit him with cars. This motherfucker won't die, you know? Until Halloween ends. They put him through like a grinder. So it was satisfying. I'm like, yeah, fuck you, Michael. Yeah, they finally took you down, you son of a bitch. But then I was like, well, they just killed him in this variation of the story. Because you know, Visions, you know for a fact they'll bring him back. Like, oh, he returned from his grave. And all this other shit. What? He returned from his grave? Even if they cryogenically froze him and cut off his head and put it in a box and mailed it to fucking Korea, he would still return from the grave. You know what I'm saying? He was like a Ninja Turtle living in the sewers, right? He was kind of doing some Master Splinter shit in there, you know what I'm saying? Corey goes down in there and he grabs Corey by the throat. So yeah, so his sewer lair was kind of cool. No, he was Splinter and the new guy was the Turtle. Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Michael was Master Splinter and the Corey guy was the Turtle. But you know what? The funny thing about Corey is, Visions, is that I was like, why the fuck is Michael training him? Because later on in the film, Michael goes, hey, Corey, guess what? Good news, sport, fuck you. And he ends up killing Corey. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, well, then why the hell was he training them to begin with? So it makes no damn sense. I'm like, if you're going to train him to be the new Michael, let him live, right? But then Michael's like, yeah, fuck this kid, and then he ends up killing him, you know? So there it is. So I'm going to rate it about a 7 out of 10. Visions, what would be your rating? Mine's a 7 out of 10. So anyway, let me know. Anyone else, if you guys have seen this, let me know. It's not just me and Visions. Eddie, Larry, Bungus, let me know your guys' ratings. I'm going to rate it a 7 out of 10. And that's all I will say about it. So I'm hoping the next variation will be a little bit better. Because I loved Halloween Kills and I loved Halloween 2018. This one, it was all right. A 7 out of 10 is a good C+. My favorite out of the new series, though, Halloween 2018, that's my favorite one, man. I mean, besides the original, right, Visions? I mean, I'd say my favorite Halloween films of all time, in this order, the original 1978 one is my first favorite. Then Halloween 2, then Halloween 3, and then Halloween 2018. Those are my two faves. I mean, those are my faves. 4's all right. 5 is horrible. 6 is horrible. 7, it's all right. 7's like another C+. There's some good fight scenes in that. Resurrection just makes me laugh. You know, like, oh man, we're going to be searching Michael's house, you know, with webcams and shit, you know. Really? You want to be in a house where a serial killer used to live? Good luck surviving, you know. Really, Visions? A 10 out of 12. Well, everyone is entitled to their opinion. Visions liked it a little bit more than I did. I am sticking with a good 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. 10 out of 12. All right. Let's see. What did you give it the first time you reviewed it? Oh, definitely the same, Visions. A 7 out of 10. Like when I got out of the theater, I was upset. I was like, really? I'm like, only a couple cameos from Michael and the rest of this Corey guy? I'm like, unacceptable. It needs to be about Michael and Laurie. I'm like, this is the last hurrah. You know what I'm saying? Because Jamie Lee Curtis, I watched all the bonus features last night, and she said, this is without a doubt the last time you'll see me as Laurie. She goes, and then she said, I'm sure they're going to make more Halloween movies. And she goes, let some other young girl play Laurie. She goes, I'm in my 60s. She's like, I'm done playing Laurie. She goes, it was an honor to play Laurie all these years, because she played Laurie in Halloween 1, Halloween 2, Halloween H2O, which is the 7th one. She played Laurie in Halloween Resurrection. And then she played in Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills, and Halloween Ends. So she's played Laurie 7 times. 7 times. So I get why she's like, all right, I'm kind of done with Laurie. You know, it's getting kind of boring. She never said it's boring, but I'm sure after a while, you can only do so much with the character, you know? And she even said in the bonus features Vision, she's like, well, it was an honor. The sun wasn't out, but now it's out with a thunder. She said it was an amazing honor to play Laurie, but she's like, it's time to do a passing of the torch. She goes, I want to do other movies. She's like, before I die, it's time to move on. And I was like, you know what? I couldn't agree more. And I even said it in my mind vision. I'm like, Jamie Lee Curtis, thanks for all the Laurie Strode memories. But yeah, let somebody else do it, I would do the same thing. If Fears was in Hollywood and I played a character like 7 or 8 times and I was that old, I'm like, all right, time to do a passing of the torch. It's time to move on. So, but she did a great job as Laurie Strode, Very good job. But you never know. You never know. Like she says, it could be the last. She said, this is the last time. But Visions. You never say never in Hollywood. If someone paid her enough money, I'm sure she'd come back. One last hurrah. Hey, I'm playing Laurie Strode and I'm 85 years old. Rad, So, I'm pretty sure this is her last appearance as Laurie, but you never know. I highly doubt she'll come back, but you never say never in Hollywood. So, this is my favorite scene. Her fighting in the kitchen with Michael. She hits him up against the head with a fire extinguisher. That's what's in her hand. That's my favorite scene. Visions, what was your favorite scene? So, yeah. Triple, yo, what's up, Triple? He says, this must be the Fears Man karaoke stream. I don't know where you got that, Triple. Fears Man did 0 karaoke. Fears Man did zero karaoke. So, anyway. Which reminds me, Randall went to karaoke this week. He said he had a good time. Randall finally called me yesterday and said, hey, Fears, I'm so sorry I've been kind of absent. And I said, I told the fans, normally when you're writing a script, hardly ever do I hear from you. And I said, is it almost done? He goes, oh, yeah, it's almost done. He goes, I should be done by Friday. And I said, right on. So I said, can we do the drawing stream? And now that you're done, he goes, yes. He goes, tell the fans that I'm sorry that we had to postpone. I said, but when? I said, when do you want to do it? Do you want to do it, Friday night, Saturday, Sunday? I said, so I can tell the fans. And he said, tell them Sunday afternoon. And I said, that's fine with me. So we're doing it Sunday afternoon whenever Randall gets done with church and I get done with church. So I'm thinking somewhere around 3 o'clock. So I'm going to have to talk to Randall and confirm a time. He said, Fears, I don't get done with church until after 2. So I said, let's do it around 3 or 4 then. He said, that's perfectly fine with me. So get ready for a drawing stream Sunday at around 3 or 4. So yeah. Yo, Joy Boy, it's been quite a while. He says, hi, friends. Okay now, Fears Man. Good to see you, buddy. It's been quite a while. Let's see. Oh, nice, Visions. Nice. Well, there you are. That's quite a scene, my friend. That is. Oh, yeah. Well, I think that'll about sum it up. So, Triple, I'm sorry that you and Joy Boy just got here, but Fears has been going for a good hour and 8 minutes. So, I'm going to skedaddle, and I'm going to keep working on uploading all my videos and my pictures on my Instagram and my Facebook. Because once all that's done, then I can focus all my energy on the vlogs. But because I haven't uploaded a photo in months, I've kind of done like a big core dump of photos. Because all my friends and my family on my Facebook are like, Fears, when do you have time to do all this shit? And I was like, this isn't just in the past month. This is over the course of like 5 or 6 months, and I haven't uploaded a photo. So once I told them that, they're like, oh, okay, that makes more sense, Fears. I said, right, exactly. Well, cheers to you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'll be back tomorrow. Oh, by the way, let's pick out a new movie so I can review it tomorrow. All right. Pick a movie you've never seen. All right, Visions. All right, I will. Because then you can watch it, and then I can watch it, and then, we can add in our 2 cents and everybody else. Because Visions gave me that idea. So I'm going to go over here, pick a movie I've never seen, and Then that's your homework assignment, and then we can review it tomorrow. Excuse me. I knew that sneeze was coming. That's why I quickly grabbed that napkin. All right, which one? By the way, time for a Can Crush. Oh, yeah. All right. All right. Let's see here. Pick a movie that I've never seen. Well, I'm glad Vision said something because I was going to watch The Flash tonight, but I will not watch The Flash tonight because I've seen that before. I've just never seen all the bonus features, so I will save this for another day, Visions. But all right. All right, let's see here. Let's see here. Oh, what do I want? Let me see here. Let's see here. You know what? I've never seen this one. I think this is it. This is the one. This is the one. I found this at Walmart Visions, and it looked hilarious. It's something called The Gate. The Gate. I've never seen this. I found it at Walmart. I think this is it. This is the one. So, yeah. So, hopefully you guys can find this one, because this one's an old one. So, I've never seen this movie. And it just looked hilarious. Listen to this. Pray it's not too late when best friends Glenn and Terry stumble across a mysterious crystalline rock in Glenn's backyard. They quickly dig it up, and then suddenly the lawn comes alive with precious stones. Instead, they unearth the gate, an underground chamber of terrifying demonic evil. The teenagers soon understand what evil is and what they've released as they overcome with an assortment of horrific experiences. Oh, Lord. Dun, dun, dun. So there it is. The Gate. Classic 80s film. Or looks 80-ish. I don't know. When did they film this? When did they make this movie? 1986. Oh, wow. And Fears was born in 1983, so I would have only been a couple of years old. Super old. Super 80s. Super cheesy. I can't wait to watch this piece of garbage. All right. Well, actually, I don't know. I don't know if it's a piece of garbage, but we'll see. It does look quite cheesy, so... All right, Visions, everybody else, try to find this movie and watch it. I've never seen it. Visions, have you seen this? Have you ever seen this? The Gate. So there it is. Fears sneezes a lot. I do. It gets stuffy in here, you know. It does. Oh, yeah, R.I.P. Norm, this day to you. I saw that, Visions. I saw that you posted that. And yes, R.I.P. That guy was funny. And one of the best lines he's ever done, or my two favorite lines, Visions, that he's ever done, is when he played Burt Reynolds on Celebrity Jeopardy off of SNL, and he's all like, yeah, that's not my name. That's not my name. And then all of a sudden, Alex Trebek is like, fine, Turd Ferguson. And he's like, yeah, what do you want? And he's like, you buzzed in. He's like, no, I didn't. And he's like, yes, you did. And he's like, yeah, whatever. He goes, I didn't buzz in. And he's like, fine. And then they do, like, Final Jeopardy. And he's like, yeah, don't bother, Alex. I didn't write anything. And he's like, good work. You guys have got to see when he played Burt Reynolds, a.k.a. Turd Ferguson. Fucking legendary. So that's my favorite thing that he's done. One of my favorite things, Visions. The other thing is in Deuce Bigelow, Male Gigolo, he's like, you don't seem to understand. He goes, if you don't pay me right now, he grabs this little swivel stick. He goes, I'm going to take this swivel stick, and yeah, I'll be shoving that right up your pee hole. And then Deuce Bigelow was like, so that's $11.50, right? And he's like, yeah. He goes, give me my money now. Those two are hilarious. That's the two best things. If I had to pick a third one, he plays that drunk guy or that crazy drunk guy, Visions, in Billy Madison. He plays like Billy Madison's like idiot drunk friend. And he's like, hey, he goes, you want to go feed that donkey some beer? Get it real messed up? And then Billy Madison's like, maybe later, buddy. He goes, all right. He's like, well, he goes, I'll go fill up a bucket with beer, you know? And then he just like wanders off and you never see him again. Just that line makes me lose my mind. Hey, you want to feed that donkey some beer? Get it real messed up? How messed up can you make a donkey, you know? Apparently a lot. So there it is. Vision says, I haven't seen The Gate yet, but it looks cool. It does look cool. And I found it for like $8 or $9 in the Halloween section. Like, I told you guys about this movie. I think I just recently bought this, like maybe a month ago. A month ago, they started putting out all the horror movies and stuff, because around Halloween time, they start putting this out. Like last week when I went and did my haul, there was all sorts of Halloween stuff, so I don't know. We'll have to see. Yeah, it's Nudie Magazine Day. It's a classic, Visions. And then, like, he's so drunk, he's like, oh, that fucking penguin. And he's like... And then he starts having a fight with an invisible penguin. And then the gardener gets so pissed off at Billy Madison. He's like, I just trimmed those fucking roses. And he's like driving his golf cart all through like the garden and like destroying the flowers and shit. I love Billy Madison. You know what, Visions? One day I should just watch Billy Madison again, because I have it in the collection, and I should just redo, because I've already done a review for Billy Madison for you guys like ages ago. But it doesn't matter. It's that good of a fucking movie. I should just watch it again one day and just do a review again, because it's that fucking great. Billy Madison, it's one of the greatest characters that Adam Sandler has ever made in his entire life. I love Happy Gilmore and I love all the other ones he's done, but Billy Madison is fucking legendary. I don't mean to curse, but whoo! Billy Madison's great. He's like, ow, you're tearing my ear off! And then she like sits him down, and she's like, making fun of a little kid that's trying to read. She goes like, are you insane? Do you not have a soul? And then he's like, I'm sorry. He goes, I can't hear you because I've been physically abused. And then she's like, you watch your mouth. She goes, or I will fail you right now. End of story. And then he's like, hey, you like this milk? And then she's like, that milk is for that classroom. And he's like, oh no. He goes, it could be our milk. And then that sexy girl Visions is all like, that sexy teacher is like, no milk will ever be our milk. Oh, Veronica, want to touch the hiney? Hilarious. If you guys have never seen Billy Madison, watch it. It is amazing. Oh, Veronica, want to touch the hiney? It's hilarious. It's pretty funny. Let's see the tree fears. Oh, it's not up yet, Triple, but it's coming. It is coming. So, yeah. Hopefully, Triple, it'll be done by this weekend. Let's hope. Let's hope, my friend. So, yeah. But, yeah, Visions, that is a good scene. Whenever they minced Michael up, I mean, they destroy him and then some. Because when I saw that scene, Visions, I was like, there's no fucking way that Michael can come back, at least in this series. In this series. Like putting someone through a grinder that grinds up cars and shit, like at a junkyard, that's the end of Michael. That's the end of anyone, you know? I'm like, there's no way that anyone can come back from that. And if they tried, I'd be like, oh, God. I would stop watching then, Visions. I'd be like, oh, you people are idiots. I'm like, there's no way that a body could come back from its grave and shit, putting someone through a grinder. So, yeah. That Veronica is one piece of ace. I know from experience, dude. No, you don't. Well, not me personally, but a guy I know. Him and her got it on. Woo! No, they didn't. No, they didn't. But you can imagine what it would be like if they did, huh? And then, like, Billy Madison looks at the Chris Farley character, and he's like, you're a fucking idiot. And then he walks off, and he's like, everybody on the bus? Great, grand, wonderful. No yelling on the bus. And then he, like, closes the door. Hey, Doyle rules. I can keep going, Visions. You know, one thing that Fears has a great memory of is classic movie lines. I can sit here and just, if it's a movie that I've seen over and over and over again, I've just got the lines just memorized in my mind. Visions thinks it's impressive. Most of my fans think it's impressive. So, and I'm impressed because you guys know my memory. Sometimes it's great, and other times it's absolutely horrible. So yeah. That Veronica Vaughn is one piece of ace, dude. I know from experience. And I love his reaction, Vision. He looks at the guy and he's like, no, you don't. Well, not me personally, but a guy I know. Him and her got it on. Woo! No, they didn't. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. I love it. Fears, how many IMDb top movies of all time have you seen? That's a good question, Triple. I mean, because I've seen my fair share of movies, my friend. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't have the answer for you right now, Triple, but I'll get back to you on that because I'm curious myself because I've seen a lot of movies. I mean, a lot of movies. So, yeah. Let's see. Vision says, that's one reason why the lady in Misery went hog wild. She hated when the characters would die at the end of a story and then come back in the next one. That's very true, Visions. She was an obsessed fan and then some. And I'm telling you, Visions, like, I don't mind watching Misery. I actually love Misery. Misery, I love, but I'm always, like, watching, like, through my fingers like this whenever she, like, takes that sledgehammer and knocks his legs. Because his leg goes from this to, like, that. It, like, crumples over like that. And I'm just like, oh, God. And then you hear, like, crunching sounds. You know what I'm saying, Visions? Like, when she hits it with a sledgehammer, you hear bones crushing. And I'm like, oh, Lord. But thank God he takes that bitch down, whacks her up against the side of the head with a goddamn typewriter, and flees the scene. Thank God. And then he's like, you want it? You like it? Eat this. He's like, what does he call her? He calls her, I think, a psychotic bitch or something. He says something bitch. He, like, takes the burnt script and shoves it into her mouth, and he's like, you like it? You want it? He goes, eat it. He goes, you, oh no, he calls her, you sick fuck. I think that's what he says. He's like, you sick fuck. So yeah. But I mean, I would be the same way. I'm like, oh, what, you kept me prisoner in your house? I'm like, I'm taking this bitch down. You know, I think anyone would, you know what I'm saying? She chops his freaking foot off. Oh, in the book? Oh, damn. So they changed it a little bit for the movie. That's nuts. So wait, so Visions, in the book, does she chop off both of his feet and he has to, like, kind of like crawl to safety? That's nuts, man. That's insane. Because I've never read the book. I should read it, but I've never read the book. I've only seen the movie. But man, I didn't know that she chopped off his foot in the book. I mean, that's kind of awesome. You know, I mean, like, from a story-wise, but it's just as good. They cut off his foot. She sledgehammers the shit out of his foot in the movie. And like I said, you can hear bones crushing. Crushing of bones. So yeah. Vision says, just wait until you visit. Oh! What does that mean, Visions? What does that mean, buddy? Oh, Lord. Oh, man. What have I got myself into? Dun, dun, dun. I just picture, like, wait, Visions just said that, right? Like, yeah, Fears, I'm an obsessed fan. You're not leaving. Just like Misery, I'm keeping you here. I bought that coffin for you, Fears. Ha, 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 ha. No, I'm just joking. Or am I? I'm just playing around. That was good, Visions. I liked it. Excuse me. That went down the wrong way. Or picture this. Like, hey, Fears, you know that homeless guy outside my house? Yeah. Well, I'm going to feed you to the hounds, man. And all of a sudden that homeless guy's like, hey, Fears. He's like, man, let's go get some chicks. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want to go out. No, come on, man. Let's go get drunk, get some chicks. So then me, Visions, and that homeless guy go out and get some chicks. Right on. Well, there it is. There it is. Endless possibilities, Visions. Endless possibilities. All right, one more Can Crush to end the stream. I went a little extra because Joy Boy and Triple just got here. So, yeah. But I'm going to end it. No, Visions, I'm glad you said that. I honestly can't wait to come. I'm so overjoyed. I'm so excited. We've been friends for so long. I cannot wait to meet in person, hang out, get to know you more. You get to know me more. Check out some Goonie locations. Play some video games with Lord Visions. We should stream the video game. That'd be sweet. Play some Resident Evil. Play some. Well, Pixel told me they got the. Oh, what the fuck is it? Oh, hang on. What? Oh shit. What the hell is he? Oh, what game is he playing right now? He told me. Shortly after I blocked him, because we still talk, me and Pixel. Oh, he's playing the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Have you played that yet, Visions? It looks good. Holy shit, does it look good? Because I was like, you know how there's like some movies they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna make a video game out of it, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know if a video game will do it justice. You know what I'm saying? From what I saw, Visions, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre video game looks amazing, amazing. I just haven't played it yet. But I've seen some of my friends play it. I've seen some video game content footage like on YouTube. It looks great. It looks definitely good. I just haven't played it yet. Let's see. Triple says, love the extra. Good luck on the tree fears. Well, I mean, that's either going to be Friday night, Triple, or Saturday afternoon because I'm going to try and get that done. I'm definitely getting my hair cut because it's getting pretty long. So I'm going to get a trim. So I'm trimming it up, getting the tree up. I think I'm going to go see a movie this weekend. I want to do something fun like I did last weekend. And then church on Sunday. And then we've got the drawing stream right after church. So busy weekend. Busy weekend. So I'm going to try and get as much done as I possibly can this weekend. So we'll see how much I can get done. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. But Visions, have you played that yet? Have you played the Texas Chainsaw Massacre thing yet? But, yeah, I actually cannot wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. Meeting Visions, meeting his family. Finally finding out Mrs. Visions' name and Visions' name, so I don't have to call them, hey, Visions this, hey, Mrs. Visions that. You know, meeting his family, checking out some Goonie locations. That's going to be fun. And then Visions, you said, isn't like the last blockbuster ever on the planet? You live near that. And I was like, oh, how great would it be to like go and either, I've got my old Blockbuster card, I think. I'll have to have maybe my mom send it, but I kept it. If I can't find it, then I'm definitely going to buy something. It depends on how close that is, though. I don't know if it's, I don't know. Let's see. I didn't know about that one. No, yeah. Pixel told me about it. Like, if you, here, you know what? I'll even do a live reaction. I'll do a live reaction right now. Yeah, if you go to YouTube, Visions, there's a Texas Chainsaw Massacre trailer. Someone told me that they made a Texas Chainsaw Massacre like the Nintendo, like the old Nintendo. I remember doing a live reaction on that for you guys. But I don't think I've ever done a new trailer of the new one. So the Texas Chainsaw Massacre trailer. Oh wait, video game trailer. Because if I say trailer, it'll bring up the movie. Game trailer. There we are. Game trailer. Yeah, here we go. Oh man, the graphics look so good. It's for the. They made it on the PS5 Visions and they made it for the PS4 because it says Texas Chainsaw Massacre launch trailer. Then in the description it says available for the PS5, also available for the PS4. Games on both console. So there it is. But again, I mean, I guess the graphics wouldn't matter because, right? Yeah, there is. That's the one that I did. The Atari one. I'm sorry, it wasn't Nintendo. You're right, Visions. It was the Atari one. Do you guys remember? I watched that. I did that trailer reaction for you guys, and there wasn't much to it. It was like one little guy with like a blue chainsaw, and it was horrible. The Atari one looks god awful, you know. But anyway, let's watch. I don't think I've ever watched the. I've watched one trailer, but this trailer I haven't seen. But yeah, let's watch this new trailer because I'm telling. Oh my god, it looks amazing, Visions, amazing. All right, let's play it. For mature audiences, blood and gore. Well, yeah. Oh man. I wonder if they'll do it classic Texas Chainsaw Massacre style, Visions. Like, you know, like when you start watching, like, I wonder if they'll put that, you know, that description at the beginning of the movie. They have that guy that has that really creepy voice that says, like, you know, welcome to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's like that intro, and it's like white letters, like on a black background, and you see the letters like up. I wonder if they'll do that for the video game. That would be so cool if they got the original guy that did that voiceover for the game. That would be fucking sweet because that would like go back to the movie. Like, hey, he did it in... Because that guy's done it twice. He did that voice for the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and then when they remade it, like in the early 2000s, I've seen the remake of it, Visions. Me and my buddy Eric, we were in the theaters. I went, Eric, I'm like, there's that fucking guy that did the voiceover. And Eric's like, well, Fears, you're the horror master. Does that sound like him? I said, that's the original fucking guy, Eric. I said, he did it for the 1974, whatever they made that one. I said, now that he's doing it for the remake. So they brought that guy's voice back for the remake. How great would it be if he did it for a third time, like, on the fucking video game? Anyway, let's continue on. I just thought of that. I was like, oh, I hope to God they brought that fucking guy back to do the voiceover.
Keep moving.
Oh, Lord!
This'll catch him.
I will say they got Leatherface down to a chain. Like, he's grunting, he's moaning. The chainsaws are rocking. He's got the fucking hilarious mask on. All that fucking shit. It's looking good. I'm impressed. I am impressed.
What's coming to you now?
Oh man!
Keep going. Just a plan.
All I gotta say, Visions, is if me and you play this, I know there's gonna be a lot of jump scares. You know, like whenever me and Sam, oh god, you guys know how it was when me and Sam played that fucking Outlast shit. Holy shit. Hey, here's little piggy and shit. That shit was scary. I know, like, we would definitely get some jump scares in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Oh, I know we would if I played this shit. Oh, man.
Yourself in some trouble, didn't you? You just listen.
I gotta say, the detail on this, it looks like a movie. Like, it doesn't even look like a video game, Visions. I mean, and everybody else. It looks like a movie. Like, the graphics on this are spectacular. I'm not even kidding. It looks amazing. It looks so good. Way really good. I'm impressed. I really am. I hope they have that classic scene, like where the guy in the, like, you know that fucking hilarious guy, Visions, at the end, the guy with the green shirt, and he's got like the, I think it's a switchblade, and he's running and like trying. I think her name's Sally, the girl that gets away that's covered in blood. I think her name's Sally. It's been a while since I've watched the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. She jumps in that fucking pickup truck, and he's like slashing her back. And then all of a sudden, the black guy in the semi like hits that guy in the green shirt and like basically like runs him over. I mean, like hits him smack dab in the face, runs that fucking guy over, kills that fucking guy, and then as she jumps into the back of the pickup truck, like Leatherface is just revving the fucking chainsaw, just chainsawing the fuck out of the back of the pickup truck. They have to add that in this video game. They have to. I would be not upset, but I'd be a little pissed off that they didn't put that. I mean, that's the classic ending scene to the whole fucking movie. You know what I'm saying? They gotta put that in the video game. They have to. All right, let's finish this up. Nice. Oh! One last hurrah for the very end. Well, there it is. I like it. I like it. Very impressive. Like I said, the graphics are spectacular. So if you haven't played that, talk to Pixel. He'll hook you up. It's pretty awesome. All right. Well, with that, I thought that would be a good way to end the stream. That was, I'm telling you, the graphics were spectacular. Amazing. Well, anyway, I'm going to go start getting dinner ready. And let me have one more nap before I start editing. And then I'm going to mosey on off to work, and then I'll see you guys tomorrow. But tonight, your homework assignment... Oh, wait, not this. Hang on, where is it? Sorry, not that. This. The Gate. Hopefully you guys can find it. It's going to be a hard one to find, Vision, so hopefully you can find it. But I have never watched this. I can't wait to sit down and watch this. Looks like a hilarious 80s horror movie. And get ready for a review. So there it is. Oh, yeah. So try and find it. If you guys can't find it, I understand because it's quite an old movie. But if you can find it and you can watch it. Add in your 2 cents tomorrow. And I'm taking off. So, this is Fears. Signing off. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to FearsMan26, the main channel. Fears Vlogs, the second channel. Follow my buddy, my pal, Randall, Cameo Man 2021, and his second channel, The Mayor of Magic. Follow Richie Wright, the Challenge Master. He's taking BMX bikes, and he's like hitting like a makeshift ramp. 10 seconds of air, crashes into a fucking lake. How great is that? Pretty great. Follow Visions, Lord Visions, www.exhumevisions.com. I saw you put up some new shit, Visions. Oh, I saw it. Some Exorcist. Dun, dun, dun. You know, the classic scene where the guy's like, no! And then he goes flying, crashes out of the window, falls down like, what, a half a dozen stairs and cracks his fucking neck. But he did it to save the girl. So fuck you, devil. The priest one-upped you and got the big W, the big win. I saw those new shirts. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. They're no Tar Man shirts, but I like the Exorcist. I like Tar Man better. That's my favorite shirt that you've ever made. More Return of the Living Dead shirts, please. I beg of you. Don't let me down, buddy. I beg of you. More Return of the Living Dead shirts around Halloween time. Please. Pretty please. The brains. I hit the fucking brain. You know? Fucking Burt Wilson, that fucking guy, you know? They would have turned over the goddamn car. We'll send help. You coward, fuck you. I love that movie. That movie's fucking great. Oh, it makes me lose it. And you know what, Visions? I actually made a mistake. His name, the fucking guy with the leather jacket, the leather guy with the jacket, his name is not Scuzz. It's Suicide. It's Suicide. The guy with the chains, his name's Suicide, and then Trash is his girlfriend. Spider is the black guy that curses a mile a minute. And then, the guy with the trench coat, what's his name? The black trench coat. He gets his brains eaten by that half zombie girl that comes flying through the window or whatever. What's his name? I can't remember. I'm gonna have to watch it again. Now I'm forgetting the other guy. But yeah, I remembered. His name is Suicide, the guy with the fucking leather jacket. So yeah. Classic movie. If you've never seen it, check it out. Have you seen Cruisin'? Have you seen Cruisin'? No, I've never seen it. Cruisin'. I don't think so. Time for one more reaction, and then Veers is out of here, because now I'm curious. Cruisin'. All right, let's check it out, Visions. Let's check it out. I don't think I've ever seen that. Well, let's check it out. Let's check it out, shall we? Cruisin'. Cruisin' movie trailer. All right. Let's see it. All right. I guess they made this in 1980. Oh, wow. Al Pacino's in it. Oh, nice. Well, there we go. Well, it's got to be good if Al Pacino's in it. Nice. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Al Pacino. Cruisin', 1980. You like a lot of Al Pacino movies, Visions. But, I mean, so do I. I mean, Al Pacino is great. You know, I haven't watched it all the way through, but I need to watch... what's that movie? Say Hello to My Little Friend. What the hell was that? You guys know what I'm talking about. I just forgot the name of it. I need to see that movie again. I've never seen it all the way through. But that's a classic. All right, let's watch Cruisin', 1980s Al Pacino official trailer. All right, let's check this out.
Take a walk.
Story
All right, let's check this out.
coming to DVD September 2007.
All right.
From William Friedkin.
We've been finding parts of bodies floating in the river.
Uh-oh.
Comes a psychological thriller
Why don't we take a walk?
starring Academy Award winner Al Pacino.
Yeah,
How'd you like to
man. Al Pacino, he's the man, dude.
Go undercover.
Disappear.
The victim was in about 10 pieces.
He's a bad dude. He's a scumbag.
You made me do that. Where are you?
Things happening to me, you know?
Nice.
Controversial and landmark film.
Why don't you want me anymore?
What I'm doing is affecting me.
About a New York subculture being terrorized by one of its own.
There's just stuff going down.
You know what?
This looks pretty good. I guess they filmed it almost all at night, Visions, because throughout this trailer so far, I've only seen one daytime shot. Most of it was shot at night. And it's got a very creepy, like, cool vibe. I'm liking it. And I guess they filmed some of it, like, in Central Park because, like, this scene that I just stopped the trailer on, it looks like... Because I know they filmed a lot. They filmed 3 or 4 scenes in Central Park when they filmed Ninja Turtles. So I kind of remember what Central Park looks like, and they film a lot of movies in Central Park. I've always wanted to go to Central Park and check it out. Like, in Ghostbusters, they filmed Louis Tully, like, you know, running through Central Park. And then there's that I don't know if it's still there, but they have that restaurant, and he tries to get in the restaurant, and then all of a sudden the fucking terror dog like is like grinning, you know, from ear to ear, and there's slime coming out of the terror dog, and then he's like, oh, and then the terror dog takes down Louis Tully like in Central Park. So it looks like they filmed some of, or I don't know all of it, but at least some of this movie, Cruisin' in Central Park. So that's pretty cool. I'm liking it. I'm liking it so far. All right, let's finish this.
Have to do.
Now I'm afraid.
I'm liking the music. The music's a flowing.
There's a lot about me you don't know.
Oh wow, that looked pretty good, buddy. I'm intrigued. I definitely am intrigued. Is there a lot of gore in it? Is there a lot of gore? I didn't really see. I really didn't see a lot of gore. But is there a lot of gore in it, Visions? I'm just curious because you guys know my stomach. Sometimes I can take a lot of gore. Other times, I'm like, if it's like Hostile, I'm like, oh, fuck that noise. No way. And then that one that you showed me, Pieces. A fucking kid, like, kills his sister, hacks her to pieces within 30 seconds of the trailer. And I'm surprised they could get away with that in the 70s. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I definitely won't be watching Pieces anytime soon. Maybe one day. But that one looked good, Visions. Cruising. I've never heard of it. I've never seen it until now. The trailer looked pretty good. Scarface. That's what it's called. Yeah. I need to see that again. Yeah, Scarface is a classic. Say hello to my little friend. And he, like, shoots that fucking, like, grenade launcher or that machine gun or whatever the hell it is. I just watched Dog Day Afternoon last week. Oh, nice. That's another one. That's another good one. And that's been a while since I've seen that one. So, yeah. But Cruisin' is the other one I saw this week. Oh, nice. I've never heard of Cruisin', but it looks really good. Really good. But yeah, I need to sit down and watch Scarface again, you know. That's a classic 80s movie. And it's Say Hello to My Little Friend is, if not one of the most famous movie quotes, just like, you know, we're off to see the wizard, or, you know, I'll be back out of, you know, fucking Terminator and shit. I mean, it's those classic lines, you know, that everybody knows, everybody loves. So, yeah. Well, before I go, Visions, is there a lot of blood and guts in it? A lot of gore in Cruisin'? I'm just curious. It didn't look like it, but I couldn't tell from the trailer, but the trailer looked really good. Really good. I'm just curious. But anyway. Fears, you were ending the stream, so I said goodbye, then ran to the store. I'm back and you're still alive. Well, I'm about to end it, and then I did 2 reactions. I did a Texas Chainsaw Massacre video game reaction, and then Visions told me about this really cool 80s movie that Al Pacino's in, and I just was like, well, now I'm intrigued. I want to watch that review. Now I'm going to end it. So, yeah. But I liked it, Visions. I liked it. That trailer looked pretty cool, man. So, I may have to check it out. Oh, yeah. Let me know if there's a lot of blood and guts in it. But anyway, I'm taking off, guys. So, I will see you guys later. But don't forget to like and comment and subscribe to all my social medias. You can find all my social medias at FearsMan26. And this is Fears. And I'm signing off. Peace. Deuce. Fears loves you guys. Fears cares about you guys. And I'll see you guys later.